Hey guys, good morning. Listen, I wanted to dedicate this video to addressing the recently announced additional tariffs on everything. So, this is going to impact things across the board, from cars to electronics to food to clothing to furniture to housing. I could go into detail about each one of these things, but the bottom line is estimates are this will impact on average each American $1,800. That means that for an average family of four, your annual cost to live in this country just jumped to $7,200. Now, a lot of people can't just absorb $7,200. That money has to come from somewhere. People gotta live. So now more than ever, you need to be diligent about running your personal economy. So I want you to keep this 3-letter acronym in mind when it comes to making adjustments and dealing with what's happening right now with this rising inflation that's happening now and will continue to happen. Think RPM. You have to rev up your personal economic engine. Your personal economy does not have to reflect the national economy. So I got some tips for you on that. Remember these 3 letters, RPM. The R stands for rule. You are king or queen of your personal economic domain. That means you control it, you have to look out for it. As a benevolent king or queen of your financial domain, you have to know what's going on in your kingdom. You have to understand where the money's going out and where it's coming in. You have to make sure that you're not sending out more than you have coming in. That means getting on an intentional spending plan. That means running your economy on no more than 70% of your take-home pay. The other 10% is going to be split up this way: savings, investing, and paying down debt with your accelerated debt snowball. And if you don't have a debt snowball because you don't have debt, good for you. Spread that money out over the savings and investing. The P stands for protect. You are a ruler of your kingdom. You want to protect your subjects. Who are your subjects? Your dollars. So to protect them, you're going to look out for them, which means that you're not going to send them out foolishly and waste them. So you're going to look at where your dollars are going, where your subjects are going, and if they're engaging in wasteful activity, like subscriptions you don't use, or overpaying for services that you could shop around and get lower prices on, you're going to do that. You're also going to preserve them by protecting them with various kinds of insurance to make sure that if some unseen emergency ravages your financial kingdom, you can restore what was lost with the proper insurance. The M in RPM is going to stand for maximize. See, you can only cut but so far, but you can grow unlimited. This is going to really work for people who sell stuff or who are in business for themselves, which means you sell your product or your service. How do you maximize? Well, you are going to reevaluate your business costs. You are going to, if you're in sales, you're going to make sure that you are working on yourself, because you got to close your closing rate. You got to get better at selling. You have to add value. You have to look out for the interests of your clients, your customers, and make sure that you're serving them. And if they feel that you're serving their best interest, they will flock to you. And satisfied customers are your best form of new customers, because they will refer people to you because they know you're doing them right. When it comes to people who work, 2 things. Number 1, earn raises. Justify your raises. Don't be afraid to ask for a raise that you can document the value that you brought by your performance and then justifying that raise. Also, if you're being underpaid, if you're under earning, don't be afraid to go out there and look for something better. Example I just gave you of Chris Robinson, he wasn't afraid to go out there and look for another job, and earn his value. And what did he do? He increased his income 50%. You can do the same thing. So there are things that you can do to rev up your personal economic engine. RPM, remember that. Rule, protect, maximize. This time that we're in is not a hopeless one. You have the ability to take control of your personal economy. Like I said, I'm always here. If you need help, DM me, or you can go to my website at intentionalmoneysolutions.com and request time with me. I'll be happy to share any free resources I have available and give you some tips to help you put a plan in place to deal with your situation and come out of this stronger than you went into it. That's all I have for you today. You have a great day, and I'll see you next time.